Hello everybody. I got some question from YouTube viewers asking me what is rice paper? Is it a edible paper or is it made of rice? The answer is of course not that simple, and the material we use to make rice paper for painting is mulberry fiber traditionally. Like you see on this piece of picture. However, you can find a very close material right in your home. For example, this picture I did on a piece of white napkin. You can see the paper is absorbent and translucent. You can see through the light. If you want to see what they feel like to paint on rice paper, you can use a piece of napkin to try. Here is a printed napkin. If you have white napkin like the restaurant has, you don't have to peel the white layer off. All napkins made of 2 to 3 layers of rice paper, if you will. So you can peel it off like this. You can use 2 layers to paint, so you get 2 pictures in one step. Or you can paint just one. The one layer may be too thin, so I would use 2 layers. I peel the printed layer off. Okay, now I have a white napkin, and I have to use a felt or piece of blanket as a support. I'm using some Sumi ink you can get from any art supplies stores or online. Just a little bit. And I need to use a brush. First I soak the brush in water. Then I touch a little bit, load the brush with the front with ink, so the bottom of the brush is still water. This way I got a gradation. And let's do a panda. Whoa, it smears. Right. That's the major difference between Chinese painting on rice paper and watercolor. Although we use like watercolor paints or ink, but you don't get the effect of nice smearing. See? But when the brush gets dry, you also get very, very nice dry brush strokes, you know. So you just exhaust the load until it exhausts. You keep drawing until it exhausts. You get a natural gradation from dark to light. And I just add a little more ink. And you can add more ink or color wet in wet. You have more smearing to create a furry look. See? Oh, that's too much. So you have to control the water. Napkin tend to smear too much, like this one is. So I have to change the perspective from a back view to front view. Panda. So you have to kind of work with accident all the time. So keep your eye open when you paint on rice paper. You have to loosen up literally. You cannot 100% control the effect. So here we got a Kung Fu Panda kind. Now I'm going to paint some background. As you can see, when the napkin gets wet, it's very fragile. You got wrinkles, and you have to be very, very careful to avoid breaking it. So, but on a real piece of rice paper, you can see this is mulberry paper. It's very tough. You can fold back and forth 6,000 times according to a test without breaking it. And it's like almost like the money, the dollar bill. It's very tough. You can see it won't get as easy as the napkin falling apart. If you keep washing, this will become a hole. So you cannot wash many times. But with real paper, you can wash over and over again. It's like a fabric on real rice paper, but on napkin, it's very fragile. I can say. But it's very interesting to, if you have never tried it, you'll see how fun it is to work with rice paper. Now, I'd like to share some photographs I took in early 90s when I hosted a educational event with Seattle Art Museum and public schools in Seattle area. I believe this is in Queen Anne Middle School. The kids I worked with are 5th graders. You can see what they are doing is napkin painting. And see, this is a panda. They're doing dragons, pandas, and other cute animals and flowers. I got lots of inspiration by watching the kids painting on napkins. Look at this cat. This dragon is very nice. Lots of energy. And this is a panda. Another dragon. Cactus. Dragon. White cat. Oh, here's a horse. A bird. Chicken. If you are a school teacher, I hope this video helps you to get a good idea to teach your students some Asian culture using napkins to paint watercolor. And kids really enjoyed that. It's much free and expressive, very fun.